So what are we going to talk about in this video today? Man, this is the third upload in probably 36 hours, within the last 2 days, of course, but Microsoft keeps giving us a bunch of stuff to talk about, and we're going to talk about it on this channel because we like Microsoft. Doesn't mean we don't like Sony, we just like Microsoft too. And they're the one that's giving us all the information that we've been looking for the last 3 to 4 months. Man, it's finally coming to a head. Let's talk about the latest things that Microsoft talked about, which is confirming the price of their premium system, and we're actually going to be able to pre-order these systems very soon. Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Forte, and thank you for checking out this video. Please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button, and make sure you head over to Twitter. You follow me over there. It's the best place to interact with me as a gamer, so you can talk about the things we don't talk about in this video. So let's be for real, man. The hype level is through the roof, man. We don't even have the system in our possession yet, and people are excited. It just lets you know how crazy it's been since we haven't had any type of news or announcements around pre-orders, price, anything when it comes to these systems. And the fact that all this stuff happened at 12 o'clock at night, tweets going out at 2 o'clock in the morning, just the level of excitement just for the announcement of pre-orders and price. I haven't seen anything like that before. And like I said, this is an unprecedented time during an unprecedented year, but I'm super excited to know that this is behind us now. We still got one more leg to drop when it comes to Sony. We don't know how much longer it's going to take them to do it because pretty much Microsoft has talked about everything, and we're going to talk about all that stuff in this video. So the first thing I want to definitely announce is the fact that they did finally come out and confirm that the price that Windows Central came out with for $499 was completely accurate. That is going to be the price point of your premium system, the Xbox Series X, and I think a lot of people were very much expecting that. I don't think anybody outside of me trying to win a bet was saying $600. I knew it wasn't going to be $600, but I was just fighting the fight. I knew it wasn't going to win. Shout out to Slow-Mo, but I'm very excited that this system is only $500 because who really wants to spend more money on their hardware if they don't have to? It's already going to be rough out here on just buying accessories. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my last video that I talked about the SSDs that are going to be available for these next generation consoles when it comes to Xbox from Seagate. Those things are wildly in price, but they actually fall in line with a lot of the stuff that is on the market today if you were buying your PC and upgrading to NVMe SSDs. Now, when it comes to securing your pre-order, that will happen on September 22nd. We are just under 2 weeks away from that, guys, and you have your first opportunity to make sure you can start the next generation off with a bang because you'll have at least one of the brand new next generation consoles. Now they're going to have 2 ways to purchase these next generation consoles. You're going to be able to do it the traditional way by just putting money down and waiting for it to come out, and you pick it up and you take the system home and there it is. You just start playing the games once you get it to your house. And then they have the all access way. And the all access way is going to be a way that you can secure this system for as low as $24.99. Let me tell you again, $24.99. Now, that isn't for the Xbox Series X, that is for the Xbox Series S. But there will be a $35 option for you to get the next generation Xbox Series X into your home, and that will be also available on the day of these pre-orders. Now, we don't know exactly how they're going to go about doing this. We don't know exactly if it's going to be any type of setup where you need to just put a credit card on file or anything like that. Most likely, you'll get all that information over the course of the next couple of weeks. So just make sure you check your local retailer that you'll be doing this at. As of right now, I know that GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, Target are some of the few places that you'll be able to do that in the United States of America. And if you have a Microsoft Windows Store in your state, you'll be able to do it there as well. And if you do decide to finance it, you do get some very good perks by doing it. Like I said, $24.99 a month for the S, $35 a month for the X. You have up to 2 years to pay that off. You also get 24 months of Xbox Live Game Pass Ultimate Edition throughout the entirety of that membership. So Game Pass is already a great value. People always try to find a way to tear it down by saying how can Microsoft offer this and still be profitable? For me, who cares if they're profitable? Just take advantage of the fact that they're giving you games for next to nothing. And on top of that, you're also going to get EA Play, which was formerly known as EA Access, a part of the subscription for absolutely free. Let me say that again, absolutely free. EA don't ever give you anything for free, but in this regard, they're doing the right thing. And I really think this is going to be something that's going to propel their service to the next level. Now, this isn't the only way you can get EA Play for free. You also get it included in your Game Pass membership. So you even get it thrown in if you don't go with the highest tier of what Game Pass is. And that is pretty incredible. I think Microsoft has really went out of their way to make sure that they put a huge value and emphasis on what Game Pass is. Now, this is something that a lot of people speculated on for the last couple of months, because ever since Madden was a part of xCloud, we knew that Microsoft and EA had a very great working relationship. The fact that EA Access or EA Play was only available on Xbox when it came to consoles for pretty much this entire generation should let you know that this is just the next step in evolution to what EA and Microsoft wanted to do when it comes to their services. This only makes the content stronger in both of these services altogether, because if you have Xbox Game Pass, you have EA Access, and you have access to hundreds and hundreds of games without having to even purchase a game when you pick up your next generation console. So people that are coming from older systems, people that are coming from another system like the PlayStation or Nintendo Switch, you have a reason, because there's going to be something there for you day one, even if it's not going to be first party wise. And there will be first party games in this service from Game Pass, because that's what Microsoft does. They put their games there day one on release. We just got to wait for those games to actually start coming out. So it's a huge value. I think everybody should try it. They're probably going to give you a year or so with the box itself, no matter what. So everybody will have a chance to try out these games for themselves to see if this service is actually what it's cracked up to be. And as of right now, especially on the value side, I can tell you it does just that. Now, when it comes to choosing your next generation system between the X and the S, Microsoft has put up a very nice breakdown of exactly what you're getting between the two systems. And guess what? Unless you are a hardcore gamer and you just want power, the X is where you're going to go. But the S is not a slouch in any means whatsoever. You're literally getting the same CPU that's going to be in the high-end performance system. The only difference is it's going to be slightly downclocked. Instead of it being 3.8, it's going to be 3.6 gigahertz and 3.4 gigahertz with SMT enabled. The biggest difference in the systems are going to be the GPU, where you're going to get a significantly less powerful GPU compared to what you're going to get in the X. You're also only going to have 4 teraflops versus the 12.15, and that's where you're going to see the hugest difference in performance, because the X is going after 4K 60 frames per second all the way up to 120 FPS, where the S is only targeting 1440p 60 frames per second, and you still get the up to 120 frames per second, making the S essentially the performance box. If you can literally just have a performance mode and a resolution mode, you're getting those two different things in these systems, because the X is going to be able to give you everything when it comes to the resolution mode. You'll still get the higher resolutions, but you'll also get the better looking textures, you'll get the better overall lighting, better ray tracing, you'll get all that stuff. But if you just want to get into the games and just have better performance, the S is going to give you that exact type of gameplay. Now, another thing that Microsoft did to cut the price of the S down from the X is they reduced the RAM size from 16 gigabits of GDDR6 RAM down to 10 gigabits of GDDR RAM for the next generation console in the S. And on top of that, you also are getting a smaller hard drive in the SSD. You're going from 1 terabyte down to 512 gigabits on a PCIe Gen 4 lane. And look, man, it's the same exact SSD, it's just smaller in size. So you're still getting the benefits of all of your games loading ultra fast and all of the different things they can do in gameplay to make your overall experience better. You're still getting the backwards compatibility with all of the 360, Xbox One games that you already own in your system. The only difference is if you have a digital system, you can only do them directly on the Xbox Microsoft Store, because you don't have a disk drive. They're both going to have HDMI 2.1, and the S only costs $300, which is a massive price point that you can hit when it comes to releasing a next generation system. And anybody can tell you that systems definitely sell at a $300 price point. Now, as I bring this video to a close, I definitely want to bring up what Phil Spencer had to say on Twitter. I know it's been a wait for price, date, pre-order date. Thanks to the community for their support and encouragement. Great to see the reactions. Really proud of how the team handled the unscripted announcement of what was supposed to be next week, but oh well, can't wait for the launch. This basically confirms flat out that this was not a controlled leak. Microsoft just got ahead of it and said that all the information's out there now. There's nothing else really to hide. Let's just announce this stuff and get it over with, and that's what they did over the course of the last 24 hours. I think this is the best move they possibly could have made. I know a lot of people like myself wish they would have just went ahead and went second, but at a certain point you already have the power and you already have the price. There's no way that I believe Sony can even match anything close to what the S is going to bring in value and power. But I think they're going to announce it very soon because they have nothing else to hold out for. I think the pre-orders are going to come soon. I think we're going to hear the price very soon. So let's just hope that it happens this week and we don't have to wait till next week. Now, as I close this video out, I want to know what you guys think. Did Microsoft do enough to convince you to buy their next generation console? Either one of them. I definitely want to hear what you got to say in the comment section. On top of that, I want to know, are you going to go the all access route or are you going to go the traditional route and just pay off the system altogether? Definitely want to know what you think about that. And what do you think about EA actually bringing EA Access or EA Play into Xbox Game Pass? Are you an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, or has this convinced you to become a subscriber based on all of the great benefits that Microsoft is giving you along with EA? Let's talk about that in the comment section. That is a lot of questions with a lot of stuff, and I'm looking forward to answering and talking to all of you guys about it. You guys have a great week, and as always, check out my last video where I go over all the things for the SSD that was leaked out. If you haven't seen that video, check out the link in the description below. But I truly appreciate you guys. We might hit 2,000 this week, and that would be phenomenal. So make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button on your way out. Share it with all your friends on social media, and you guys have a great holiday week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.